Welcome to game 3 for the championship of First Stand. And I want to be honest, guys, I looked at the draft and wow, what are we cooking? Like, Jhin Rel, it's okay. But obviously they get counterpick on support, which means that, yeah, like, that can alter how the priorities go. You know, you draft Victor and then you draft GP. So, like, do these lanes get priority? I mean, obviously Victor can get priority into Sylas unless Sylas fights you. So then you might have to have movements around mid. Of course, if their bot lane's winning because they have a counter pick, Lord knows I have no idea if Sets is going to be a huge difference maker or not. But if he is, now they have first move on support onto mid, on a fighting mid with a, like, it just looks rough. If that happens, hopefully it doesn't happen. These guys need to do well. I mean, that's all I can really say. These guys need to make sure that they're performing. If they perform into them, then the Rel's going to really screw this situation up, and the Victor becomes awesome. Top matchup, I'm not 100% sure how that goes. For sure, obviously, is a skill matchup in that it's heavily reliant on how Jax initiates, how well GP plans his barrels, how they play around the barrels, and yeah, I mean, we're going to go from there.
Is completely ridiculous. Very, very impressive. Does it have a megaphone? Extraordinary. I actually want to go back to the ice cream conversation. Yes, please. We have extensive discussion about this. We don't need to revisit it. I still caramel. Oh, I think it's pretty good. Classic. It is that, or anything with peanut butter, to be honest. You know, like, it's fine. Peanut butter is well, thing, you know. But I do respect the peanut butter. Yeah, yeah. That's really common. That sounds great. I don't realize you're growing up, you know, after a soccer game, you get the dub, go get ice cream. That's great. Yeah. Zeus is going to hit barrel. That's what's happening on the map. Yep, there we go. Beautifully done. And I kind of really wanting to hit the passive on Zeus because Zeus not going to allow that one to happen. And it doesn't actually let barrel chain, so it's up to the lane forward gank. We see this match many times started quite well. Exactly, he's going to dismiss chain. He's going to get forward, he's going to utilize that range advantage on his way out. Also, do not second for result. Often we see melee interrange mid laners go for something of the sort.
It's a good start. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, instead he went the melee interranged mid lane.
How does that even happen?
Something of the sorts. Yeah, instead he went for.
Wait, out of curiosity, is it ever worth for Rel to start Q in this lane? I mean, she like almost always starts W, right? Because she can have her shield, she can walk up, she can poke. But I'm gonna assume they were starting this lane, and he poked with the with the shield on. I don't know how early or late he did it.
Yeah, instead he went.
But if it was up, the Rel would have done something to the Ashe or something at this point. It's kind of, I don't know how he just like walked up like this.
Okay, yeah, Caliste is going to have his face broken already. Cleanses immediately, and that is going to push them out of the lane. An understandable thumbs up, and by understandable I mean only because he's been spamming it.
I mean, I actually really like it, right? You go for
shit. I mean, honestly, it looks like Q-Star might have been actually better, but you just don't really know. It's kind of hindsight because you just don't face this this matchup in like ages. So the next time Ignite is up, he's gonna look for possibly flash play. He flashed over the wall, didn't he?
Looking for it by the looks, and he is over the wall, so he did flash it. Yep.
Oh, so that's kind of a classic. So if he gets jumped down too low, that is pretty funny.
That is Peanut classic in both ways. Both flash over the wall, and then Peanut just going for like a completely false flash. Flash over the wall and then no. Yeah, well, we knew.
So Ignite's gonna come up over Cleanse. This would be the timer technically for Set to fish on Jhin and get the flash and have a possible kill angle.
Second going for another back. Once he's far, nice and healthy. As Vladli has again the pressure. One question still actually close to even. When this actually is taken as now, we do have the dragon
okay, here. So the kill angle's gone.
Looks like he's fine. As obviously, Vladli no TP right now. They do spot this, but don't want to take a past this.
Camera just came middle, so that might give them some sort of way in getting all the information.
Well, I know this one. He has second already. Let go.
And there is the first
and they prioritize the drag again early on. This is something that, like, again, KC was doing often. And is there an issue with the mid matchup right now? Because if I'm Seju, why did he do reverse clear, like extended clear? Like, you know this game is gonna require you to like move around and do more shit often. It looks like he primed himself in case they were gonna play for a bot invade, but they would never have mid push. Like, that's like almost never gonna be a thing. So were they expecting them to like recamp mid and then transfer that into bot side? I don't think it would have been that dire. So Seju like kind of really screws over her game, because I didn't even realize this. But I'm like, looking at his pathing, I'm like, why is his pathing like this? Why do things feel so weird for him? So now he's back onto the map, and he couldn't affect mid, so that's like not the most ideal. And Silas actually was able to rebound and like semi like go even fix his state, which is like phenomenal for Silas. Gets a fat trade on Vladli, which I mean Vladli doesn't need to go find this guy. Like,
oh, so that's kind of a bit of a costly.
oh my god.
Targamas are fine. Lane not quite.
I mean, he wants to know
It looked like,
if he's on the crab, but honestly, it's not up to Victor to find that. Like, when this guy disappears, you don't know what he's doing. So, he shouldn't have done it. It was a good base by Caliste, but like, shit, that sucks losing half your HP. After TPing, you lost half your HP, so now the Silas can actually find another even base timer against the Victor. Yeah, here you go. Like, he's just gonna get a base over the Victor. And now the Seju's on bot side to do something, but because of what happened mid, and he wasn't available to do anything mid, and plus Vladdy's int, they lose the drag. So now you have nothing to do, so now Yike should just be basing. He should be basing, not wasting so much time, and so he can be present to at least get one grub, but Peanut's straight shooting it, and I mean...
but it also could be a hex deck, so you never know.
They also know the tempo of Seju, so they know that Seju's not going to be on the map for this wave. Okay, she's not going to be on the map for this wave. And he takes it. And it's really good, because again, he's forcing the Victor to get pressed off. Yes, like it's very good by Zeka to do that.
Oh, Delight. We got a spot down here, right? Usage from Zeus. That should mean...
And they're okay with this. If this guy dies, this guy dies. It's not like the end of the world. Oh my god, they planned it so well, bro. God damn. I mean, this is just what it looks like when you face, like, really good players, right? Like, look how it plays out. They go on him. We use all of our abilities. One, that's incorrect. Don't use all your abilities. Literally, no one else is hitting them right now. So it's bad. The GP ulti. Why is the GP ulti not being just used here at this point? Like, use it now, then you can use your abilities on him. But you don't do it, so the GP ulti was terrible. Then he waits, positions the stuns everyone. Yeah, he could have W'd at this point, but this guy can flash. So it's not 100% combo yet. Then he gets stunned, and then he does it. And they kill him.
Still gonna be first blood going over to HLE, and it's Zeka that picks it up. Yike.
1 HP, unlucky, and you die for it.
He's gonna need another auto attack, maybe a Q. The Winter's Wrath is enough to get that one done. But Canna's now in trouble. The leap strike will take
He gets mana back from that.
And Vladdy, can you be the hero? That's the question.
Nope. And they get out with the skin of their teeth. They literally get... They didn't get the last grub, did they? Surely not. No. But they get 2 of the grubs, and they got a drag, and no one died. And their comp is like... These are like very technical fights. Like there's not like... easiest per se. So... Boy, them winning... I mean, like, their champions definitely have a lot more going for them in later fights if they play well. So Delight walks in with priority.
Gets into the brush, does manage to take his red buff, but there's the knock-up, and in comes Zeka.
I mean, it's a nice pick onto the set. It is a nice pick onto the set, and it does that. But it's... Oh my god. No.
That's a shutdown going.
But like once they get this pick, man, like they're either gonna look bot or they're gonna go back mid. You just, dude, like, bro, what? Vladdy's having an awful time, man. This guy's actually these 2 games, like he's just not making good decisions. He's not making good decisions. It's a nice pick. I mean, because Seju can either straight shoot top or she could go bot, right? There's no cleanse on Viper.
I mean, it's just like I think he was mismanaging the time there. He's thinking, you know, I can get in and actually clear this wave. Caliste, though.
Yeah, face breaker onto both of them. Cannon barrage is there.
That was well played.
Away from the crash down.
And he doesn't have R.
Level 5, but it doesn't actually
That was good. That was a good bait. That was a good bait. Fortunately, this guy dies. So now the question is, was it actually a bad play? Because Silas does have TP. He is going to base.
Yeah, face breaker
And he can't flash to the left. He has to flash to the right.
onto both of them. Cannon barrage is there. It's a flash away from the crash down. Targamas only level 5, but it doesn't actually matter. Yike actually in the perfect.
I mean, if they started running away now, the Seju actually could interrupt the Silas maybe, but the Silas also has flash, so he's probably dead OS Caliste. So it's like you're doing a 1-for-1. Whether you think that's like worth it on KC's side, it's up to you, but obviously, yeah, it turned out way worse because the jungle and support were looking for additional kills and they obviously did not factor in the Silas team, which would be on mid. Like if mid didn't call that, it would be on Vladli for not calling it. And like warning them like, yo, by the way, don't do this. Like, because with those deaths, they're getting 5 grubs and they have enough vision on drag to know what's happening. Wait, what?
Terrifying. You're trying to keep your structures alive. Is HLE moving Viper?
He has no cleanse. He has no cleanse.
You're trying to keep your structures alive.
His Rel's on the right. No one's on mid with him. They're just staring him down. No flash. Yeah, I mean, like.
Is going to connect onto Caliste. Peanut moving in as well. Face breaker. Fantastic. There's the suplexes. Oh my god. The Magnet Storm's so good. Yike has been in the perfect positions and Delight going to be going down as well. Yike finally falls. Bitseka is a raid boss. He's just too strong.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Mid lane now, looking to set up for that style of play as the arrow is going to connect onto Caliste. Peanut moving in as well. Face breaker.
They had a lot of good CC. Targ did the right thing. GP no R and GP TP top, which I don't really agree with. Like if this guy's not fast pushing this wave, GP should hold his TP. Because he's not. Yeah, no, he's not. GP should hold his TP so he can actually be available for this situation on bot side. And that could make a difference. Obviously the Jax though would take a lot out. So it's kind of semi-losing, but a lot of it starts just because Caliste goes in this way. I mean, Caliste just exposed himself. But also the victors here.
Looking to set up for that style of play as the arrow is going to connect onto Caliste. Peanut moving in as well. Face breaker. Fantastic. There's the suplexes. Oh my god. The Magnet Storm's so good. Yike has been in the perfect positions and Delight going to be going down.
I don't know.
Yike finally.
They're just too weak. That's just the only issue, is they're just too weak. Because I don't necessarily mind the look with Victor coming up. Or at least, like, hopefully it doesn't go as bad with the bait. But, I mean, yeah, he is going to be a play because he doesn't have sums. So I assume he did put himself in that position, knowing what would happen. There's a massive gap in the top lane. I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, they're clearly walking in. We know this. Targ's just like running around, having fun. So he's dead.
Once again, though,
now Vladdy's exposing himself to be in this play. Vladdy. Vladdy, dude, you did not have to do anything for the team, man. So you flashed for the kill, but whatever.
Well, let's see where the Canna can live as well, as Grandmaster's Light has been brought. There is Delight! The flash over the wall from
Not enough
Canna.
damage.
There's a captive audience, not get too much. Zeus able to just walk his way out. This is not what I was promised when it came to the gameplay checks matchup.
He is 42 CS up right now. Took the tower in his face from the isolated 1v1. Zeus got gapped in game 1, but oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. Vladli just dies on side. So we shifted our Jhin upwards, so the Herald's coming up, right? That's like the main objective. You're not fighting this. To be perfectly honest, we're not fighting this. So like, Rel being on bot side is fine. Jhin shifting up, don't care for that at all. Like, even though they end up almost killing him, don't care for that. Like, screw it, man. Like, push this wave. Just look onto, like, just... Honestly, he could have gone the next mid wave. To be honest, he actually could have gone the next mid wave, which would have been really nice. And then the Seju's coming up top side too, for some odd reason, versus going to the bot side. So they're not trading the map well. And I mean, like, the guy dies, we're losing HP on our turrets. We're now making a cross map play onto the top side, but it's not actually a cross map play because like the Herald is like the thing you're playing for. You have no wards on Giants, so you don't know if that's what they're playing for. And actually, yeah, they're TPing behind, so Zeus is just buying time. He's dead. But these guys are dead.
But now Zeka has turned up, and so has the rest of the gang. Facebreaker comes through, Yike gives him the thumbs up. I think he knows that he's well and truly dead. Peanut wanting to take down Canna at the same time. He's going the wrong direction. Takes a while to get through Yike there as well as the audacious charge. When becomes Lightning actually missing onto Canna? We can see Thomas, I think you might just be more food for HLE if you stick around, but his Lightning
They're dead. Oh, cool. My Rel also died. Meanwhile, Silas is just taking the top turret, and then they recover bot side, and we lose the dragon. Dude, KC are just doing really, really bad with their trading. Like obviously they're getting into these positions from the early game, right? But then now that you're behind, do you not know how to like trade the map? Because HLE are not inting into them, so like you need to actually do something.
Hey, true. There you go.
You have to live 9 more minutes in this game. Yeah. It's gonna be really hard. Maybe they Caliste. I know he's great. We saw Vladli against Holland 17-2. I think he's go for ult. I don't know if it's ridiculous. Yeah, I like my plans. Zane, but fair. Well, we'll see if KC can find anything, but I mean, from this far behind, I really do is kind of ult to attack Viper and Vibe, maybe get the picks there, but I mean, they are just going to ran over on the map, just full for press here from HLE after a very reserved, slow control game with his dominated deck to choke you out. KC sent everybody top, but
is it enough? That's the question. And when this route goes wide, they do manage to land. That glacial prison is going to buy some time by breaking this arm guard of his. That should be enough.
I mean, it's just like every time they go for these plays, like it's just not happening. And like these guys even know that they will play on top side, like because like they're not playing for the GP, by the way. Like they're literally playing for like the first time they played for the GP, there was a TP flank, and it was just not really the right timing. I mean, it wasn't even a cross map. It was literally you're playing on their strong side for some odd reason. And so Otacon's coming up, so it's like you're playing on their strong side again. Like they're very clearly gonna think about like, oh, this could be a thing. And Sejuar, good. What was the Jhin doing? Why is the Jhin so late? What is the Jhin doing? Dude, if he actually shifts over and they do a 4-man play, because Zeus should do this, technically. He shouldn't do this. There's no TP on Jax either. You have GP ulti. He is actually inting. This is like this is like where you're finally looking for an opportunity. And even though, again, you're playing on their strong side, like in theory, it's like you're playing Otacon. Like they should be on Otacon. They're not ready yet. So this play is correct by KC. But where's Jhin? Like, why is Jhin just like so like taking forever to be here? What is Caliste doing? So Caliste is not here. Since he's not here, this guy's able to escape.
And it should be enough here, as he's got a glacial prison of his own, and now he's bought enough time for the rest of his team to turn
and now everyone's screwed. Nice. Really nice, bro. Nice. It is what it is.
I mean, they don't know what to get a tower in back-to-back games. They keeping into the night while they take the Icon, while they invade the jungle. They do everything everywhere all at once. HLE.
It really does. It's difficult to watch here.
It is. I mean, Zeka's just level 15.
He decides not to go in. Like if this was any other day, he's pressed that chain button again. But not this time.
Not in the finals.
There's a 3-level difference in mid. A 3-level difference. Pray for them. I mean, really, pray for them.
You're too far ahead.
2-level difference on top.
Did see ladies and gentlemen. There he is, and he lands all the bullets.
On Yike, it's a little crest on there.
Yeah, he's now another control comes through. The Magnus Storm is going to go away from the glacial prison. Down goes the set once again. That time being the last job so far. This series is in the back. He's fighting everyone with his counter strike. Now going to be pushed away. Vladli died at some point in that skirmish, and the rest of KC relegated to
I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
The sacrificial set is going to be given up, but Spence is jungle now down, meaning that the Mountain Soul is never going to get so likely, but it's now impossible for Peanut to be able to pick him up by himself.
And it's kind of weird because what we talked about, where is their engage? It actually has been to like walking towards the enemy team and throwing his ball. We're going to see right here.
Zeka sent that Viper, by the way. Viper gets ultimate. He has Clint, yeah, because Zeka uses his only up there, also flash out, and then another shows up. You know, the forward surviving, that's better against KC. That Jax just runs frantic and silent. And Alive is jumping onto net onto inhibitors now.
Zeka versus 2 is not fair. KC all over 2. As Vladli can turn out, that might even things down here. You can see Zeka not moving too far forward. Viper's trying as well, so what's the icon on this control wood. And yeah, so that is Mountain Soul. So now this team is already very burly with a lot of inherent regen. It has a shield that is going to repair itself over and over again. 808 for the legendary Zeka in mid lane, and 809 on the Zinda.
Zeka's all nice. Gotta figure out a way to pick it somewhere.
Well, on the goal, because he's waiting for gold advantage is concerned, so there's at least that.
He's far from Peanut, by the way. Back that game, he's just power farming. He's actually close to Viper as far as
Yes,
that's
more
concerned. Yeah, that is definitely something. Already on the ground early, they are just unstoppable. Level 16 now, already done. 3.5 minutes here for Zeka.
I mean, it's funny. I don't know. I have like less to talk about in this game because it's just. Just look at the score lines, man. Yeah, I mean, this guy knows he's like hella strong. It wasn't even like the Jax pick was like that crazy of a pick, by the way. Like, he just picked Jax because he's like, fuck it. Like, I bet I could just win with it. Like, you can even see Zeka's like getting kind of bold. And they're kind of like, their form's actually dipping a little bit because they're like, wow, this is just like, these guys are just doing nothing. Like, we're just winning the game. So, yeah. Like, the MVP of this game, I mean, it's Zeka again. I'm gonna be honest. Like, this mid diff is, this mid diff is really bad, really bad. Great job by him. Good job. Actually, I feel like he was. Nah, it was good. He was okay bad for some of the things he was doing. He was okay. Maybe you could even say okay good by Targ, because like some of his like looks were actually not bad. This guy was bad. This guy was okay. This guy was bad. Had like worst player of the game. I don't know, man. I think it's Vladli again. Like, Vladli and Canna, for sure Canna did not do good as a GP. This was pretty bad. So, at this point, it's like, it actually might be Canna instead of Vladli this game. It might be Canna, actually, for this game. But the solo lane difference is just not, I mean, like, what are they going to do? What are they actually going to do in this series? If I watch this last game and like it's just going to turn out the same thing, then, well, at least we got ran, I guess. Need some life from KC. Like, I didn't see the first game yet, right? But where was that? When is that coming?